Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemon has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our method. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, aether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, is powerful enough to subdue a Hemitheos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. It would be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandaemonium. Are you talking about your son? And of whom do you speak? A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. Damn. So long as we do our part and look to allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. It's something that Zordia and Themis taught me. Let's get it, Eric! While I do not wish to express any bias, I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought us this far, drives us to seek the right path, and to act before that path lies closed to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandaemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. I admit I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You're capable, that much is plain. And Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live. And I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel, and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erechthonius. I've already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives? What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... Oh? You would call me fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition? For the sake of the star, no doubt. Damn. I can hear it again. That voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father. Mother. Oh, I love you so, and this voice will guide me to you. Oh no. Oh no. No, don't. Listen not, Erechthonius. Apologies, you taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. Damn it! He pushed into this. This is your fault. This is your fault. I blame you. This was Hephaestus' work. There can be no doubt. It seems he learned from his previous failures. Hephaestus' cunning, despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erechthonius, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmer below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth. And that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Erechthonius himself failed to notice until it was too late. This is your fault, you did this. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy, till there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? It was Athena. It was totally her. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erechthonius, but whom? Could it have been one of the key wards? Alas, their warning arrived too late. I'd already provoked Ericthonius past the point of no— See, at least you know! At least you know that it was your fault you did this! I bear the burden for this failure, my stubbornness. I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandaemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperos, Ericthonius is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. La Brea, pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more key ward lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandaemonium is called Tartarus. Ah! Tartarus! And your passage shall be challenged not only by a key ward. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. And that, I expect, is where Zordia shall shine. Her dissolute aether shall allow her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it with Hephaestus's. We saw it when Hephaestus's had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. I am an anomaly. Then time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a key ward in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed, however, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Ericthonius. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there is the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Ericthonius' feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Explain? Do you mean to protect Ericthonius with your silence? So instead of being honest, you bicker like a child? Ooh! So you drove your own son over the edge. These are all good. These are all real good responses. Ooh, they're both good! Arrgh! Instead of being honest, you bicker like a child. How dare you? No, you are right. The blame for Ericthonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. At least you know. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandaemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the key warders. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your aether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary, because he'll do it himself. From here, I can sense Agdistis' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemon. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what mercy the underworld would be to her. Damn! We gotta kill her. Damn, she looked pretty too. Damn. Seventh circle, the world unsundered. Okay. Oh, there's plants here. Oh no, we're fighting a tree. Okay! Ah! There needs to be a screamo. See, it's still pretty, yeah, definitely. There needed to be a scream right there. Oh! The bop. Ooh, okay. Made you better at mechanics, really? Bowl of Ashes. I'm guessing you stay in the middle? I don't know. Oh! Well. Nice to know! Yes, this is my vessel and I've been gifted new test subjects. Forward. Okay. I was like, does someone have to be over there? Does someone have to be, did someone have to be, okay. What? I'm so confused. What? Bruh. I'm like so confused. Ads? Or not? Ads? Okay, not ads. I'm dying. I'm dead. Welcome to P3. Ah. Wow. Okay, this one is the hardest of the four. Okay, interesting. Link, Link, come back! Link! No! Oh, frickin' heck, bruh! I didn't see it! There's a lot of moving and there's a lot of movement in this one. Got this deck. Thanks, Drell. Wakamaru! Oh, jeez. Bro! What? Jeez. Jeez! I should have gotten us Tally! Oh no. Oh, wait, what? Wow. Oh shoot! Well, I'm dead. I'm about to die. I'm about to. I should have stood in that. Bruh. I don't know where to stand for that. Oh. Oh. Ah! Brah! Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh I'm like, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Yay! GG! GG! Thanks, guys! Oh! Sheesh! Oh, that was rough! The moment Agdistis was slain, the flow of aether and Pandaemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. 'Twas almost as if we were ushered here. This space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo... Athena? Oh no, this is Agdistis. If only I could restore Tartarus to order, but I'm afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master Lahabrea. Likewise, keyword Agdistis. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spell, even diminished as you were. 'Twas not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus am I able to appear before you now, even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' command. Some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. I couldn't have time to read any of what she was saying in battle. The report, that was you! Doubtless you recognize my voice for the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness. But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master Lahabrea, but the story must be told. It's the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erycthonius. No longer can you hide your heart away. I'ma slap you. Hephaestus? No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions with Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erichthonius? My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. And that did us well, didn't it? La Habrea. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erichthonius believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. True! He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which will inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? He would rather that than be honest. If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools. To be used and discarded. Wait, it was Athena? Well, it makes sense because Athena's Athena. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reason to believe that the true fault lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parents' shadow. Which didn't happen. Erichthonius loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Damn, his mother didn't feel the same way about him. Ever. Such is La Habrea's nature. Every action, every word, a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Erichthonius, I hope. You better tell us, I swear. I'm just now seeing the little tinges of pink in his hair. Thank you, Agdistis. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Was Athena basically Hojo, and Erichthonius is Sephiroth? Am I thinking too much? Am I thinking too deeply into this? Where Hojo only thought of Sephiroth as a tool? Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. 'Twas Erichthonius' hatred of his father that caused him to fall victim to Hephaestus' magics. Yet the roots of that hatred were born from a son's love. A love nurtured not by a mother caring for her offspring, but by a researcher creating the ideal test subject. Pandaemonium abounds with demons indeed. Agdistis was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, and she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. Oh, well! The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. Oh, shiz! I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Erichthonius would handle the weight of such betrayal, after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research, and succeeded in creating Theoi? I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Erichthonius to safety, in accordance with Agdistis' last wish. Very well. I thought the voice was going to be Athena. I can, at least, assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple, now that Hephaestus can no longer bend Pandaemonium to his will. There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound. We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance, and must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach. Brea, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Zordia's phantom warriors. I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. I take it then you have no intent to seal him away as before. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand he has become something far more wicked, and the same magic that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. We'll extinguish him, Poupel. Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together. This makes me happy. Let's get together, yeah. Oh wow, it's already accessible. Okay. If Hephaestus truly means to continue Athena's research, then Erechthonius is indispensable to his goals. He's safe, but for how much longer I cannot say. The end is in sight. Return to me safely, friend. There we go. Ooh, it's like DNA. We gotta save Erechthonius. Let's go.
エリクトニオスの心はすでに我が手中にある。
Oh my gosh, it's the same voice actor.
あとは
Of course it is.
お前たちを消し去るのみだ。
I can recognize that Praetorian voice anywhere. Yo! I like that La Habrea is Hephaestus though. That's really cool. Yo, this music! Let's go! Genesis Flame? Okay, I'm way more familiar with my rotation on Pally. Sunforge. Oh. Sunforge. Oh, got it. Okay. Nice to know. Sunforge. Reforged Reflection, okay. Okay, let's go! Thanks, something. Yo, the music! I'm assuming we don't look at those. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, I love this. Ectothermos. Okay. Cool. Oh, this piano. This piano is everything. Wait, what? And, oh god. Oh! I couldn't see any of the I couldn't see the tells for that. I was like, where? Because it was behind me! Damn it! So, oh, what? What? Oh. Okay. And then this way, and then probably this way. Okay. Cool. Oh, what the heck? Okay. Okay. God. Oh, similar to the Warrior of Light. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Shiwakamaru. Message of flame. Oh, love that. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, what? Well. Well, I'm not gonna die that way. Oh, there were ads? I didn't even notice the ads. And this is way easier to understand than P7. Here. I missed that one. Flame. Oh jeez. He hits hard! On both sides. Burb! Oh, stay in the middle. Stay in the middle, stay in the middle, stay in the middle. I'm suddenly main tanking. I didn't see what happened to the other tank. Did he die? Go, Aloe, go. GG! The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy, I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over! I see you will not go peacefully. Don't look at me like that. Ah! Bruh. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, that such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Erichthonius' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? True, there are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Erichthonius, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? Oh, excuse me! All of a sudden, you're the good guy. As if that's not... I like how he's reprimanding himself. Bruh, you literally just had your character arc. Not even like 5 seconds ago. You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Erichthonius, beyond how he could serve her ends. You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Yeah, you're as heartless. Mother, she... No, then who? How do I... Tristan Labrea, hearken to your heart. Come back to us. Hearken to your heart. I hear you. I owe you, and Themis, an apology. Athena, did you ever... And La Habrea, I will have my say! Let's go! Okay, Erichthonius. How? His mind was mine! Can't explain. Zordia's words reached me through the haze. Guess it's me. It's all me. They rang loud and clear. As did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. Hey! How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've endured much worse. Let's go! You worthless! You! Ah! You deads. You deads. You go boom. Or not boom. Oh! It's his crystal! Take it. Take it. Yeah, you need rest, bro. We're gonna fight... Oh, we're gonna fight Athena in the next tier. This is gonna be so cool. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. I'm kind of surprised he believed it so quickly. You did well, son. Okay! Okay, Daddy. Where are we? With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return to Erichthonius. We may safely return Erichthonius above, and he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understated his adeptness in the art of interment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. La Habrea's looking at Ericthonius with concern. About time! I feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear. He made it! I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandaemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all? I see. Despite his muddled senses, Ericthonius felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed, he was not but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of aether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale, of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Tell me more, tell me more. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Wards of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass. She ought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fantasy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Wards of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about the transcending of our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. The weakness of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result would be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so. I believed she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandaemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandaemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. So she was basically Hojo. And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandaemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agdistis to keep watch from Tartarus's vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Oh? We're gonna see it? Is that me? You are well aware that, out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandaemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agdistis forever. As well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Ericthonius, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down. I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time has come, I will have you know the why of it. She's gonna be final boss. I can feel it. Then you will not desist. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty height simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations, what possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know. What? I did not read that fast enough. Impossible, you bonded your souls? Wait, what does that mean? Aye, that the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? Damn. I become thee, memory and mind. And I thee. Fusion, ha! So she's not actually dead. Did she become Hephaestus? Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh, and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another. For the star. Oh, that's how he knows for sure that she doesn't care. How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fervor. Oh, that's why she... Oh, okay. That's why he made Hephaestus. Okay. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. 'Twas my weakness that led this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Oh. Well, that explains a lot. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Igyorm, and Emmett Selk in particular, made plain the suspicions they harbored. Of course! As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures, and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, and in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. Well, I was enthralled to Hephaestus. You called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? What does your heart tell you? I just want to know one thing. Do you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me, or not. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. Aww! When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say... Thank you, Hephaestus. Aww! Yay! I've said all that needs to be said. From this moment forward, I pledge that my heart shall not lead me astray. Hephaestus was far more than an imitation of La Habrea. It was quite literally a part of him. But La Habrea to me is a man who thinks of naught but his duty. By casting aside the burden that Hephaestus represented, he'll become ever more himself in a way. I've heard enough. There is more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandaemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. We have regained complete control of the facility, but it shall take some time yet, till things are in working order again. Athena viewed Erichthonius as the ideal test subject. Hephaestus's research must have been very nearly complete to seek him out like he did. I owe you an apology, Zordia. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandaemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story. My father's story. Aw, 'twas a tale I, too, was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azem upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw. I am afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandaemonium, there's work to be done. But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory. Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. Shall stay behind to oversee the process. That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus' experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena. Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed, and I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. See no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origins until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' aether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There is another. While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Azem was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandaemonium. Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats were made. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. Something more. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more from you. Return at your leisure, and we shall share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey, or if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Azem. As well it should. She has pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend. As you may have noticed during our battle, La Habrea's mask crowns me when I've transformed. It is said that we manifest in a way that reflects our innermost selves. I had thought that mask a symbol of the chains that bound my heart, but recent events have caused me to reconsider that assumption. Well, that's cute. I had not noticed that at all. I look forward to your returning with the crystal, but worry not, I shall try my level best to stave off loneliness while you are gone. The crystal that hangs from Erichthonius' waist was a gift from me, made in the hopes that it would spark growth in his aptitude for magic. 'Tis plain he no longer requires it, but I see no reason he cannot wear it for a while longer. Why, if it isn't Zordia, excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. Where'd it go? Oh! And to make matters worse, Nemgiti has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. I was just on my way to the Aetioscope. In fact, please, you must come with me. Did he go to the first? Did he end up going to the first? What? It's here. What? What is that? Is it real? Why is it that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Who's this? Of course it is! Hey, Fortuno. And you two, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it. As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. It's Athena. It has to be, because Aetioscope. Are we gonna get a little... Are we gonna get all of them? Because they're all in the ethereal sea. They're all there, all the Aeaeans. Are we gonna get... Are they gonna be an art... I'm not gonna overthink. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Azisla, but we know not whether he even reached his destination. A rash endeavor even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. Unless he's been... by Athena? Did Athena take control of it? As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandaemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled, so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. You two submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at a time that our investigation is concluded. Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. Damn, and then we gotta wait for the rest? Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I can see that our two current problems are likely related. Same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandaemonium's pitiless spires justice. I can only wonder, if the facility itself traversed the ages, did the creations within do the same? What of the keywords? But answers to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Master Fortuno asked and write that report. As for you, Zordia, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition.